All right, boys. The Predator 212 bike is coming together nicely. Um, so I am using this frame. I kind of bounce back between using the silver frame that came with this bike and the white one, but I'm using this white one mainly because on the uh, rear dropout, I think it's called, uh, this thing, the chainstay, or I believe, was cracked all the way through. It was just holding on by like a thread, so that's disappointing. So I pretty much won't be able to use that frame, that silver frame that came with this bike pretty much until I get it welded. So I'll look to see what I can do in that regard, but for now, this is what it's looking like. So what I did today was pretty much just installed this engine, cleaned up the engine mount. It was pretty dirty, so I got it pretty good. Got it installed. I still need to add lock washers, I think. And yeah, the engine, I adjusted the valves and I did a oil change. But other than that, I didn't really do much to the engine. Cleaned it up a little bit. I installed the carburetor and the intake, cleaned those up a little bit as well. The carburetor, I took it apart and it was nasty on the inside. And the oil on this thing, there was a ton of water in it. I don't know how it'll run, but I mean, the gaskets looked fine. The didn't really look like too much water got on the inside, but we'll see how it runs. But yeah, so I'm nervous, but it is what it is. Worst thing that can happen is I die, but it's the name of the game. And the same thing with this carburetor. There was water in it, and it rusted on the inside and all that gunk. So clean all that out. I'm gonna order a rebuild kit for this carb. Hopefully that will get here somewhat, but I cleaned every single part of this thing, so hopefully it runs okay. I got it to the point where it will probably run, but if not, it's no shocker. Anyways, so there's that. This intake I cleaned up. It's fitting pretty good. It's looking tight. The exhaust isn't on here yet. It has a bit of rust on it that I'm gonna clean up. I'm gonna sand it down and then either paint it or leave it how it is, and then I will probably wrap it. So it probably won't matter if I paint it. I don't really know, but it goes on there. How does this go on here? Anyways, as you can see, it goes under the engine. I don't know how it'll sound. It's a straight pipe, so it'll probably be hella loud. Depending on how loud it is, I might try to jerry-rig a muffler on it. But we'll see when that time comes. But yep. So that's pretty cool. That's the engine. The fork and pretty much the brakes in general. As you can see, the guy gave me mag wheels with this 255mm rotor and the 47 tooth sprocket. I took those off the mag wheels and I laced up a nice disc brake rear hub. Put that all together, laced that one up too earlier. But anyways, I got these on here, and sadly, the 255mm rotor is fantastic. It fits good, even on a high tooth sprocket. But sadly, I can't find any caliper mounts that fit this frame, so in that regard, I'm probably going to need to downsize this rotor to, I'm thinking a 220 millimeter rotor, and if I can't do that, a 200 millimeter. I don't know. I'm probably going to need to decrease the size of the sprocket as well. I don't know how all that'll play in, but I have a few size sprockets, so when I get the disc brakes on here, I can always swap them out, whatever. But the front brakes, these forks, they don't have disc brake mounts, caliper mounts, so I'm gonna need to work something out, get new forks. I really would like to use these Smolik Performance pit bike brake setups. I have this on the YD100 Stingray, and this thing's fantastic. You just have to pull it with your middle finger just slightly, and it stops on a dime. So I think that would be probably the best, the ideal setup for this thing, at least on the front. But the challenge now is to find a fork that'll use that. It has the IS caliper mount type, but I kind of want for this bike to use a suspension fork. But the real issue is to find a quality suspension fork that just won't fall apart, that uses that IS caliper mount. So if you have any recommendations, please leave a comment. I'll check it out. But yeah, so that's pretty much all right now for this bike, and I'll give a little update if plans change or if I do anything noteworthy on this build. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks for all the support, and have a great day. See ya.